Royal Ascot is just under a week away, so we've come down to Newmarket's Rolling Mile to watch George Bowie's horses work.
Asadna has been doing great, very straightforward horse. He was more impressive than I thought on debut. I thought he'd run well, and it was a competitive enough race without being a superstar race. He was impressive, he got a little bit unbalanced just sort of before they quickened away at Ripon there, and no, he's come out of it in great shape. And of all the horses we worked this morning, he was the sort of standout horse on his mental constitution. He walks around with his head on the floor, and William Buick was delighted. So if Will's happy, I'm happy. She's been in great form. Thrilled with how she's training. She was a frame of a horse through the winter, and I think there were a few eyebrows raised from the owners when I started working her, and she's shown a high level of ability at home. So we hope that she'd do what she did on debut, and nice to see the form Frank the other day in the Hilary Needler. Dasim has trained good through the spring. He had to have a break. He was busy, and he's come back in great shape. He's a big, strong 3-year-old colt now, and I was going to run him at Haydock and just wasn't happy with the ground there that day, and it was too close to the race to go and take on a horse like Little Big Bear, and I'd rather take him on the big day on a track which I think will suit him very well. Mentally he's improving. I think he'll handle the occasion, and stiff 6 furlongs on a track where it suits a closer will help him. I think just got tapped for a bit of toe and didn't get the luck in running in the Alquois and ran on well towards the line. Cadillac's in great shape. He might not have been fancied in the market at Epsom, but we hope that he run well. Ryan Moore looked after him on very soft ground on Guineas Day, and I hope that we see the same horse right-handed as we do left-handed. Sam Haggis, who I work very closely with, has been a big advocate that he's better left-handed, and wasn't surprised to see him win at Epsom. So look, he comes here in good shape. He was bouncing this morning, and it's really got his confidence back, I think, winning. And look, he's been a big improver for gelding, and comes here in as good a shape as any that we bring to Ascot this week. Concorde is a horse who progressed through the spring. I think the ground was key to him. He's bred to handle a bit of cut in the ground, and his work has been good without being sparkling on faster ground, and it would have to rain to see him take his chance. He's a nice horse, and there are 10 furlong handicaps at the July meeting. There's a 100 grand handicap for the Racing League, and we will look after him where possible. He's got big feet. He's a horse who's going to be a lot of fun going forward. We'll take our time with him, and if we get the break in the rain, then he'll run. Naxos has been a bit of a revelation. He was a very small 2-year-old. He's grown, and he was good on debut, and possibly running back a bit quick. Bumped into a nice horse, Roger Varians, who was well fancied on the day, and was gelded over the winter and has done very well. I almost didn't recognise him when he came out for his owner the other day, and he'll have a date at the London sale, the Goffs London sale before Ascot, so he might end up in different colours, but hopefully he'll remain with us. He looks a horse who's progressive, and I think off a mark of 89, he should have something to play there. It's obviously as competitive a race as there is all week. There's 3-year-old handicaps, there's lots of progressive horses there, but he goes there in very good shape. Pastiche, a bit of a dark horse really, I think. She's going to try and sneak into the Sandringham. It's been a plan for a while. She had a little bit of a setback in the spring and just couldn't quite get her there. The races weren't ready to suit, and we had to drop back to 6 furlongs, which is probably an inadequate trip. Steps up to the mile and worked good this morning. She's a filly with plenty of upside. She's only rated 80. 78 got in the race last year, so we'll be looking for a lightweight jockey. Conquistador has been a bit of a revelation since dropping back to sprint trips. Fast ground, 5 furlongs, stiff track, I think are basically what he needs. He's jumped through every hoop so far, and comes here off a nice weight. We were delighted to see that he remained off 86 this morning, and his work has been pretty good. Muqtahem is probably going to go for the Windsor Castle. He may get an entry in the Norfolk as well. Shown plenty of pace. He obviously was good at Pontefract the last day, but I just thought he didn't quite get home as strong as he could. He hit the line fine. He's a son of Soldier's Call, and if Muqtahem's anything to go by, the stallion has every single chance. He's bred by Joe Foley at Ballyhane, and they do a super job with their horses. He came here very well prepared from the breeze-ups, but he's progressive and he's a big strong colt. 475 kilos, has been working with the other 2-year-olds who should be competitive. Graceful Thunder, a filly who was well prepared by John Burke at the breeze-ups, who sold us Cachet and Mystery Angel. She was good on debut. She was still very raw, backward in her coat, and she has come forward notably. I think she worked nicely this morning under Kevin Stott, and she heads towards the Queen Mary. Huge ambition of Kia's to try and have a Royal Ascot winner. So to have 1 2-year-old for him that's run so far this year and be a winner and heading towards the Queen Mary is a big thrill. And we'll be gunning to get those purple and white in the winners' enclosure.
So there you have it. George Bowie's Royal Ascot String has had their final piece of fast work, and you've heard all about his leading players from the man himself. Can our SBK ambassador rack up another Royal Ascot winner to his tally? Time will tell.